The reason why you say you can't make it in life is the same reason why other people make it. Good day and welcome to Sky's Inspirational. Thank you so much for being part of the show. We shall continue with the previous series we started last week with Wisdom Kalu Okechukwu. He's a blind man and also a teacher in School of the Blind, Umuahia. I will encourage you to please go back to our series, the previous series, with the link below on the screen and watch the previous ones which we dropped. Thank you.
Blind.
So, were your parents alive when you lost your sight?
Yes.
So how do you feel with the whole encouragement and faith coming alive in you then? How did it feel?
In fact, number one, they themselves really tried, and I saw it, and I took it that they have really tried and all they could. So I felt so bad, especially seeing my mates in secondary schools while I stayed at home. I felt so bad because they even when I was in primary school, I've already set my goals in life. And I wanted one, either I become a footballer or a military man. These were the two things I was aiming in life. So blindness knocking on my door at that very stage really put me off the goal of my life.
Putting you off the track.
Yeah.
You know, especially your dreams and aspirations.
Yes.
It's obvious you are neither a military person or a medical doctor. So, but I think you said you wanted to be a medical doctor.
Right? A footballer.
A footballer, sorry. So you are neither of those. What about the vision? How do you feel not, achieving one thing is something is one thing, and then being fulfilled or accomplished is another thing. Does it really add up for you?
Number one, the truth was not on me. That there was no way in life again will I become a footballer or a military personnel. So I deleted that off my heart. Then I have to look for or check within me any other thing possible within my destiny that I'll become. So not being a military man or not being a footballer now doesn't really count. What counts is whether I've been able to manage within the condition I found myself to become something in life.
It seems your parents and your siblings were there for you when you were recently challenged, in terms of your sight. From the way you're speaking and everything, it's obvious that they were there for you.
Really, I am the firstborn of the family, so every of my siblings, they were my junior, or they are my junior. And my parents also, they tried, but they being uneducated and coming from a very somehow poor background, and they came from a village, a remote area, part of Abia State, where you don't have much information about life. So they, within their ability, they were there for me.
Okay, but being there for you is one thing. That doesn't still eliminate the fact that there were some challenges you passed through that kept you frustrated. Am I right?
Yeah.
So
very well.
Can you share such experiences with us?
Okay. One of the bitter challenges I faced was seeing myself staying at home without joining my mates into secondary school. It was a very big challenge. Watching them or hearing their voices every morning, dressing up, going to school was it was a very heavy weight on me which I couldn't bear. So I cried always. And since my parents were farmers, they were leaving me at home. My siblings will go to school. My mates will go to school. I'll be alone in the house. I'll be crying all through. I'll be crying all day. Because one, I love education. And two, another challenge was during my primary schools, I always been chosen by my school to represent them in one sport or another, especially in football competition, which I loved so much then. But the situation made me to never enjoy what I love so much again. Then that was because we live closely to a kind of mini stadium where people play footballs. So whenever I hear them playing, that was another bitter flogging in my spirit and on my body. So another challenge was my playmates or my peer groups. I was no longer playing with them as a child. So there were kind of loneliness that was placed on me. When they are playing, I don't play with them. When they are running around, I don't run around with them. When they go to school, I don't. When they do other things, I don't. So that was the first initial challenges that I faced at home when I was still together with my parents and my siblings.
That's quite sympathetic. But what would you say was your deepest fears?
My deepest fears then was like that I won't fulfill my destiny again in life, because to my parents I was like a promising child, and the way things were going with me academically and socially, they were like forecasting my future to be a light in the family. So when it was done on me that I'm no longer going to use my eyes again, so it was like a total blockage, total subtraction from where I was going to, and to a state of redundancy, not doing anything again. So the fear of not fulfilling my destiny was the biggest of it.
So it's like a mission unaccomplished.
Of course.
Okay, not being able to accomplish your dreams, your desires, your destiny, seem to be trapped on the ground. Can you say that's actually the reality now?
No. It's no longer actually the reality, because the coin has been turned the other way around. Because one of my closest friends, a lady, will always tell me that a lion remains a lion, even if he breaks his leg. So that was one of the statements that always fueled me. And my mom was a kind of encouragement to me. Though the first statement that she will never be alive to see me go blind has been eroded, then continuously telling me that she will do whatever she can to make sure that I find my feet back on ground again, without knowing that there is a school for the blind or any other thing I can do as a blind person to earn a living or to regain back my confidence. So, but her statement was also keeping me, and I always go to church, listening to pastors, their preachings. So a lot of encouragement we are also drawn from that area, and I always like reading. Though my sight was not there for me to read again, but I always call my siblings and my friends that come around to read newspapers and some literatures for me. So there was one statement they read either in the newspaper, I couldn't remember whether from a book or a newspaper that day. They said that a stumbling block and a stepping stone is one and the same, but it depends on how you step on it. So I inculcated that in my heart, seeing blindness as a stumbling block. Then if I step on it very well, it can become a stepping stone. So that fueled my desire again to know what else I can do. So I started channeling my ambition towards becoming a musician, because I was singing alongside with other people in the choir. So I started loving music. Then I made some steps forward to know how to play some musical instrument, which so much I made. So I learned how to play piano. I learned how to play bass, to play drums, and to sing as a vocalist. So that was another U-turn that gave a kind of light and hope to me.